Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. Please excuse the grody-ness. Okay, like I'm a little bit grody. Okay, but we're gonna get to that. All right. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case today. Not even a little bit. I did get off work. That happened. But yeah, this is definitely not a thing of like, oh, I left work and then I went out. No. I left work, and this explains the grodiness. I left work. I didn't really bother stopping off at home because I knew I had some stuff that I had to do and I had to trek a little bit to kind of get to it. And I was like, I really don't want to go home, get all cleaned up and stuff because it's nothing like fancy or anything. You know, I just needed to take care of some shit. So, while I was in the area, typically if I'm like around someplace I'm not usually around, I try to find stuff to review if I can. And sure enough, I found some stuff to review. So, again, I'm not, like I promise, I'm not that grody, okay? Like a reasonable level of grodiness. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, boom, it's in a brown paper bag, but it's what's inside that really counts. Ha 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 ha, it's warm! Boom, it's this! What is this? This is a double cheeseburger from Five Guys. This is kind of cool because, first of all, it's the first time that I'll have reviewed anything from Five Guys on my channel. And it will also be the first time I've had Five Guys in probably 6 or 7 years, something like that. I've only ever had Five Guys twice. If you're unfamiliar, Five Guys, they are a chain of burger places famous for their fries and their very expensive burgers. Now, I will say this. My double cheeseburger, and I just, the toppings and everything are free. That's kind of how they rationalize it. My cheeseburger, plain, by itself, was $11.39, which is a little bit much for a single double cheeseburger. But again, I could have added toppings, I could have done stuff. It's not exorbitant. And I say that as somebody who, I like burgers a lot. In fact, I like burgers so much, I have an entire playlist of burger reviews called Burgers for Days. So if you want other burger reviews, just go to that playlist. But anyway, let's try out Five Guys. I just wanted something simple, something to go off of, because again, I haven't had Five Guys in years now. I genuinely couldn't tell you what to make of them. So, let's find out if this is worth almost $12. It is ooey and gooey. Folks, boom, it looks like that. Can we get a thing? Ha 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 ha! Looks like that. That's not a bad looking burger. It's not a bad looking burger. But it's the taste that matters. Let's give it a go. It's good. That's proper. That's proper. I'm not minding this at all. It's ooey and gooey. I like the cheese. It's got a little bit of a greasiness. Not a lot, but just enough. I know some people have No. I want my burger to have a little greasiness. Doesn't need to be full on sloppy as shit, but I want it to have a little something, just to make it that much more magical. There's a little bit of that there. Cooked nicely. I don't have any problems with it. Sesame seed bun. Yeah. That's a decent burger. I'm gonna go as far as to say it's better than decent. That's downright proper. Now that said, just because it's proper doesn't mean it's worth $12. So is it? Well, okay. Before I get to that, let me kind of go into a little bit more of the specifics of the burger, things that I'm going with. The beef tastes nice. I wouldn't say it has like a particularly distinct flavor. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, like especially like more artisanal burger places, they use like their own specific blends for their patties, give them, kind of their own personality. This, a little personality, a little bit. It doesn't taste just like McDonald's. It doesn't taste like Burger King. Definitely tastes way better than classic fast food. Now, with that being the case, at that point you're kind of putting in sort of the higher tier fast food, like your Culver's, your to a certain extent, like maybe even your Shake Shacks and stuff. Is it up there with those? Is it up there with those? I don't think it has quite as much personality as either of those two. But there is a lot to be said for it just being a good, very nice standard burger. There's nothing that this burger does poorly. It's tasty. It tastes like a good cheeseburger. Yeah, I'm a little bit torn on this one because at the end of the day, I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I like it. It is good. And the appeal is certainly there for Five Guys because it's like, look, they have a lot of ingredients. I would have normally gone over there and added on my own personal stuff, obviously. But I just wanted, again, just that basic experience to get the gist of what Five Guys does or doesn't have going for it. And, I mean, to that end, it's a good burger. Man. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And then there is kind of that added thing of, again, value and stuff like that. Would I get a basic cheeseburger from Five Guys again? Probably not. I would go back to Five Guys, though, but I would go over there and I would customize it to my personal specifications. That's what I would do. The basic cheeseburger by itself is good. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. The beef tastes good. It doesn't have a lot of personality, but it's tasty. It's flavorful. The cheese is nice. Again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this burger. But there is just that element to it of, again, all right, I paid almost $12 for this. Is it a $12 burger? By itself, I'm going to say no. I don't think it's as ridiculous as some people make it out to be. I still think it's tasty. And if it were in the $8 to $10 range, but yeah, it's still, again, it's a good burger. It's a little bit hard to justify that price, but I don't personally feel ripped off, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to be diplomatic about it because it's a tasty burger and I don't want to, fundamentally, again, and this goes into if I'm recommending it or not. Would I recommend it? Kinda. It's a solid, classic style American cheeseburger. Beef tastes good. Cheese tastes good. You could go over there and make one that's probably going to be around a similar range to this for a lot cheaper. But if you're going out, that's the thing. It's would I go here specifically for a double cheeseburger? Again, I'd probably go to Culver's or, again, one of the maybe a little bit more higher end kind of fast food places, but it is good. I would say if you're going to go to Five Guys, go not just for the basic stuff, because fundamentally they've got that down, even if it costs a little bit more. But if you do want to go there and, hey, you want to customize your stuff, well, they've got that, and the extra ingredients are free. So, yeah, it's a little bit kind of, for me, it's not a ringing endorsement, but at the same time, I'm not going to go over there and condemn the whole, franchise or anything like that. Because again, I don't think that it's that exorbitant for what I'm getting. It's a quality burger. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly classic burger-tastic rest of your life. Because, man, there is just a lot to be said for a classic cheeseburger. As much as I love, like, artisanal burgers and stuff like that, man, just a classic, you can't do better, really. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. And unfortunately, when we deal with those situations, we just have to kind of roll with it, But when we do, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what are your personal experiences with Five Guys, if you've had any? Do you think it's just too much? Do you think that it's, on point? If you do go to Five Guys, do you customize the hell out of it, or do you go, more simple? And they do have other items. One thing I do have to mention that I would definitely go back for, I'm not reviewing it, but you can go over there and, they've got like a fountain machine and everything. And it's one of those ones where you can like customize the drinks. Pineapple Sprite. So good. Why isn't this already a thing? But, yeah, like I said, let me know your opinion on Five Guys. And if you don't like Five Guys, hey, what's your alternative? I'd love to know that stuff. Seriously, I love fucking burgers, so. But anyway, bye.